Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Fireside TV. Co-host Jeremy Scipio is out there hitting the stage tonight. I'm a little shook up right now, man. Glasses Malone been gaming me and Slink up so tough right now. It's so refreshing. You know what I'm saying? To hear somebody that actually does the work. Like, I tip my hat, man. I tip my hat as a stand-up cat. You know what I'm saying? First time I met Glasses, I can't remember if it was K-Day or if we were going to a festival together. And then I think the flight got canceled. And so fools had to just be about that hustle life. And I want to say Glasses and his folks was like, man, we need to rent cars, man. We cannot miss these chips. You know what I'm saying? So we all caravanned up, rolled out to the festival, exchanged numbers. He always stayed a cool cat, always returned the call. So it is my pleasure to have you on the podcast. I'm definitely a fan, and it's a trip because I almost forgot I was a fan until I went through your music today, and I'm like, damn, this thing got hit after hit. Like, I mean, they may not have charted hit, but like as far as quality music and like bangers, I was like, damn. I was like, man. And then when I met you, the thing that I kind of connected with was just once again the independent grind. Even though you had affiliation with major labels and all that kind of stuff, like you're a hands-on type of cat.
It's the D-boy, man. It's that LA D-boy. You feel me? Shout out to all my older homies, man. They made me, same homie that taught me how to cook crack taught me how to fish. like real spill. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my OG homie. Like, the same person that taught me how to cook work taught me how to fish. So, I was raised to pretty much be responsible for myself and have some level of accountability. So I pride myself in it, you know what I mean? And I'll never let it go, so no matter what didn't work out with certain people, I always understood my own accountability in it. So I focus on what I can fix to make my next moves better every time.
That's tight.
Hey,
That's tight.
Hey, Glasses, I got a question I've been meaning to ask you forever.
So what's the deal, big dog?
All right, simple question, man. I don't know if this was taboo to ask, or if I shouldn't ask this. Pardon me if I do.
We good, man. We've been knowing each other forever. You always came through. You can ask me anything.
How did you get the name Glasses Malone? Because you ain't no glasses nigga.
I can't see. Like, I got a real. Slink, I got a real gangbanger name. Like, how your homies used to give you names? It was a joke. That was the joke people. You got the new gangbangers who get to, make their own cool name. I could have came up with some shit. Like, I was listening to Monster Cody talk. He had named himself Little Caesar for a minute, and he named himself Constant. I didn't get a chance to name myself. My big homie Pluck was like, man, where's your damn glasses? Because I'm squinting all the time. He's like, that's your name from here. Glasses low. And it's been like that. So I don't got no cool story. It wasn't cool, but you squabble enough people up.
Them be the best names though. Them unique names like that be the best names, especially when it come with a background like that. Like, it's a real. It ain't. It's a love name. You know what I'm saying? It's a love name. It ain't even calculated, thought out something. A name that somebody else give you out of love. They be the coldest name.
He was trying to give me that name, a Lil Pluck, and if you know the type of person Pluck is, you don't want to be Lil nothing him, because that means it's going to come with a lot of requirements of craziness and silliness, and I might as well start smoking and drinking if I was going to be Lil Pluck, because I was going to have to kill about 37 people. He'd be riding around getting shootouts in the middle streets every week. So, I mean, I like my name. I'm glad he gave me the name, man, and I made something of it. So that's the coolest part. People tried to have my name, and I wouldn't let nobody be Lil Glasses. I'm like, nigga, you could see. That was my lie. I would tell niggas, you don't even need glasses. Why do you want my name?
Okay, so when does Glasses wear his glasses? Because I never saw you in them.
Sometimes I wear them. You know what I mean? Shit depends on when I feel like taking out my content. I'll go spells while I wear them for weeks, for like 5 or 6 weeks, and then sometimes I just wear contacts. So it just depends on what I'm doing. Okay. Like if I'm working on that car, like right now I'm building that lowrider, right? We moving parts and we taking stuff. You don't want no glasses hanging over nothing while your head tipping down. So it's different. But when I'm just going back and forth to the studio, I can wear the frames.
Right. Okay. Young
So,
Glasses.
what city you from?
I'm from Watts. I grew up in. My dad is from. My dad grew up, raised us on 117th Street in Watts. My mom raised us in the farms, in the Richland Farms in Compton on Caldwell. But when you say I'm from somewhere, I'm from Watts.
Oh,
I grew
okay.
up in Compton and Watts, though.
Ain't that funny how where you from takes a whole different meaning in LA?
Yeah.
It's just LA alone. Where you from is takes on a whole different. I guess that's everywhere though, because you know in New York, you ask a New York dude where you from, they gonna break it all the way down to they block. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Glasses. When was the first time you heard hip hop, and what was that song that you know the first time you identified? You can be like, damn, that's hip hop.
I don't know if it was a song the first time I really identified it. It was the first time I saw Ice-T rapping and breaking.
Mm.
I was like 4. And, my auntie Pat, you know what I mean? She took me to see the movie in the movie theater. That was back when movies used to be in the theater for like 2 years or some shit. It'd be a long time. And I wanted to see breaking, and she took me. And I remember Ice-T just rapping. He was just wrecking it. Ozone the Turbo was battling Electro Rock, and they was getting served. That's when they came with the girl, little trick bag, threw the girl in there on them, and they won the battle. You know what I'm saying? And Ice-T was like, you know what I'm saying? Ice-T was like, it's all good, Ozone. Yo, get him next time. And I remember seeing that. That probably would be the first time I saw hip hop or like heard it. Before that, like I wouldn't have knew. I would have thought every song was every song. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is different. Because he didn't look like Luther Vandross or Michael Jackson singing and shit. It just looked completely different than Rick James or Cameo. Wasn't no guitars. You know what I'm saying? It was just this nigga just looking hella like street and thuggish. And he was just talking. And that's the first time I remember seeing what I thought hip hop was.
You know what? It's crazy. My next door neighbor used to be cool with Ice-T before he started like rapping, so like pre-breaking stuff. And I remember he used to come over in a red Porsche 911, and he used to sport the Neiman Marcus hats, and it was like that's when. I mean, he's a player. Like that, a Neiman Marcus hat back in, let's say,
it had to be like 82.
Yeah, you read, I was about to say 83, 82, 83. You might as well had a $1,500 hat on your head. Like at that time, like that was what prestige was. Like really.
Nobody admitted, but Ice-T brought fly to the game.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to admit it, but
Yeah.
Ice-T brought fly to the like. Ice-T was the flyest nigga in the world. Like he had Darlene on them covers and shit. That nigga Ice-T is just that nigga's still a player right now.
Hey, and you mentioned that, I agree, and I don't think Ice-T get his props for bringing a certain element to the West. I mean, he brought a certain fly to West Coast hip hop. He was like one of the first, in my memory, in my opinion, that brought the whole drug dealing player hustler image to hip hop, especially in the West Coast incarnation of it. You know what I mean? He looked like what the D boys looked like in the early '80s. You know what I'm saying? But he was rapping,
Yeah.
and, unlike a Run DMC, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? Unlike some of the earlier hip hop icons.
Short,
So,
Houdini.
yeah. Well, I say Short too. Short brought some player shit to it too, but I think
Yeah.
Ice-T was the first one for us.
Ice-T was grown.
LA,
Ice-T was
yeah,
grown. Short was still a little kid.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
What's
Yeah.
crazy, I had dope conversations with both of them brothers about this. Like I would just, if whenever the legends, you know what I mean, want to like speak, like if I can get them talking, I'll just stop whatever I'm doing and just soak up what's going on. And Ice would always tell me, like, everybody told me before he told me, like, man, Ice had a Porsche before he came into rap music.
Man.
So immediately, even I'll never forget when I tried to go, I wanted to put Ice and Snoop together on the song because I realized, like, one is like the god of gangster rap, like Ice-T is the god of gangster rap. This nigga is the foundation, the founder of it. right? As far as West Coast gangster rap go, period. And then you got Ice Cube, who is the Moses of gangster rap. Like he delivered the rules and the lessons like Moses. And Snoop is like the Jesus. He's the promise fulfilled. You feel me? So one of the most important things to me was getting Ice-T and Snoop on the song together because I realized they didn't have no songs together. And setting out to do it, I had to start building with Ice-T. So it was a concert in LA, like 2018, 19, How the West Was Won. And Ice-T is on the show, right? So I tell the homie AD who put the show together, like, hey man, I want to come. Like, just give me backstage, you know. He's like, gee, I got you. So AD look out, that's my man. He look out, I get backstage. So I see Ice. So I get up on him. I'm like, hey, Ice, what's up, man? He was like, oh, you glasses, right? Yeah, what's up, Loke? Right, Slink. So I'm like, oh, this word.
Oh, yeah,
Music in my ears.
Hey.
What's up, Loke? My nigga. Yeah. So I'm talking, I'm like, hey man, I really want to get you on a song, man. Like he's like, yeah, the homie told me. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get you on a song. It's important. He's like, all right, come with me. We are politic in the dressing room. So I'm walking with Ice-T Entourage backstage, right? And I ain't tripping. We walking. We get in this dressing room. Is nothing but older gang members in here. Like, I mean, 50-year-old gang members, like real Crips. Like a room full of niggas from PJs, niggas from Front Hood. So Ice look at me. Now, mind you, these Ice homies. So he looking at me. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, is this nigga trying to test me? Like, do he not know? He look up and every one of them niggas is around me. Glasses, what's up with it? Cut, nigga, what's up, nigga? So now he see like, oh yeah, this nigga G is from really, you know, he out there. He really out there. So that's how we start building, and we just established a relationship where, to a degree, to me, I don't know if it's to him, but he's like mentoring me as somebody that really come from the life, trying to adjust their life and get further in the business. And he's been like one of the best people I ever met. I wish I met him in 2005 or 6. It'd have probably been so much better for me, you know what I mean? But God give you the blessings when you can handle them. So, you know what I mean? It was important that he gave it to me when he did. And Ice just, you know, listen to his journey, how he tell a story about where he was at in hip hop and how he got into it, winning a rap contest at the Electro Club, or what is it? Radio Club, radio. And you know, him taking rap and how he made 6 a.m. because his homies was like, man, make something about us. Don't do that New York shit, and how he foundated what would be gangster rap with 6 a.m, you know, using the influence of Schoolie D songs. So I talked to him one day about that for like 3 hours. I talked to Short about his journey for like 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? So I always ask him questions, you know, things to plug the holes when it comes to this West Coast hip hop thing. I always ask questions to plug in the holes of stuff that I feel like we don't do a good job of telling it. So I plug in a lot of holes, asking them questions.
I don't like telling niggas all the time, but you know, I was writing Ice-T early raps. He really got his name from me. I used to be called Ice Machine. I used to work at this liquor store, and I used to always chill by the Ice Machine. I used to see him. He was a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know my name.
He said, your name Ice Machine, call myself Ice-T. That's not bad. He was thinking.
That nigga Ice-T, he know me, man.
Okay. Everybody knows Slink. Yeah.
Slink a fool. So, Glasses, your favorite era of hip hop?
So the era I grew up in coming into adulthood is the 90s. But the more I listen to the 80s, I kind of have like this thing about it. Like I really start to value Larry Smith, Bobcat, all them producers that was making music, early Dre. Like I'm starting to get into it a lot more. But obviously I grew up in the greatest era of hip hop in the 90s.
Man.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
This is one of the things, and I said this when we were talking off air, but man, Glasses is a smart dude, man. It's like, I'm like, man, don't let the gangster fool you, man. He got marketing strategies and the whole ins and outs. And it's crazy because when I met you, I guess you always been kind of progressive. You know what I'm saying? As far as that has been concerned. But I think that So would you say that comes from you somewhat being affiliated with major labels, but then having the freedom to just kind of do your own thing and you just taking stuff into your hands? Or where did the hands-on part come from?
Really selling Sherm. Like that's really, I know it sounds weird, but it's the truth. Like I don't know how quite smart I am as much as I'm sober. You know what I mean? Like I don't even worry about the wit part of it all. I think I'm always attentive. I'm always listening. Like I'm always listening. I'm always attentive. I'm mindful. So, you know, even when I'm signing Cash Money and Hoobang and I'm watching Mac 10 and Birdman do stuff, I'm a little bit more attentive. When older homies was making water around me, I'm attentive. You know what I mean? I'm looking. I'm watching how G homies talk to young homies. I'm watching everything. I'm always there. I'm never out of my mind. I'm always in the moment with whatever is happening. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as my approach to hands-on is just, I mean, I've let other people guide my career before. You know what I mean? Like Mac 10 has guided my career. Birdman has, you know what I mean? So I don't have a choice now. And most people that I know that probably I would consider smarter than me, you know, they looking at me like, Glasses, what you gonna do? Like they're looking at me because they feel like I got the answers. And I'm like, nigga, y'all the ones that got all the money and the success. But again, you know, every era of hip hop is like, it's a little different. So what Dre knew in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s may not be as what Glasses know in 2025. So you got to just accept the challenge. And I just accepted the challenge and decided that I was going to finish no matter what. You know what I mean? I was going to finish what everybody started and all the energy they invested in me.
So right now, you know, like I said, you were when I spoke to you, you were telling me about a plan, a strategy, a way you were going to roll something out, and you were so cool when you were saying it. I was like, okay, he. It sounds like he's on some cutting edge stuff, but when you had just your conversation going before we went live, and you was really breaking down the nuts and bolts of it, I was like, oh man, I wasn't listening right when he was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe right now I'm listening right, but I was like, dang, because you know, for me dealing with the side for so many years, and then them after they being on a independent major, I guess, to having to do a lot of stuff independently. All these DSPs and the new way of doing stuff and all this kind of stuff, man, it was just really overwhelming for me to try to wrap my mind around it. And as I tried to have conversations with people that are in the mix of the DSPs and all that kind of stuff, it almost seemed like the old school record promotion hustle, where certain people got hookups, certain people don't got hookups. Everybody want to get paid, and they tell you they're going to get you on this list and get you on that list and all that. So what made you want to bust a left turn on all that and just kind of like put it back in your hand?
Just the math, just the sheer numbers. You know what I mean? Like 100 million streams, right? 100 million streams is, you know, gonna pay roughly $40,000. You know what I mean? Like or 40 or $400,000. 100 million streams gonna pay $400,000. Like if the number is 150 play, like just the math, like me just counting. One thing, again, like I don't know if smart is the correct word. Like I do think I got a good sense of wit. I can get to it quick, but more than anything, I'm a counter. Like I count really fast. I count well. You know what I mean? Like, so when I was counting everything and I'm looking at like I told you, $250,000 in the regular record business could earn you 1.5 million. You know what I mean? $250,000 in the streaming era might get you 150,000. That something's wrong. You know what I mean? That automatically means that whatever everybody else is doing, I can't do that because that business ain't for it. It don't math right. The math ain't good enough. Like you would need somebody else to spend their money to make that work. So I needed to figure out what would work for an independent. And when I start counting, I start looking at, again, taking the plane off autopilot, flying it myself. Like, I think the plane has been on autopilot. Like, the record industry has been resting on its laurels for the last 70 years. You know, since the 7-inch 45, the 7-inch 45 came out in the 30s, you know, the 20s and 30s, when Herbert Hoover was the president. And they chose to work that small medium because it was cheap and where the economy was during the Great Depression. So it was affordable. And then the vinyl player made everything affordable. So I think that technology and that time space, you know, it forced, you know, music creators to be innovative with what they were working with, coming from the phonograph where it's 10, 20-minute songs. So I feel like now we're not really looking at what's ahead of us. We're not looking at that this ain't like that 7-inch 45. There is a lot of different new borders, new margins, new parameters. You know what I mean? Different spaces to create. The economic system is different. And if we start to create with the new boundaries, the new borders, the new margins, and the new economic space, I think hip hop can reign supreme again. And I think hip hop is the only, you know, genre that could pull it off, because we come from making nothing out of something. Hip hop is a bunch of different people sample music. Feel me? With people that can't play music. We are the most innovative in the record industry space. So it's up to us to keep innovating even on the business side, because that's what we did in the first place. Dang. I feel like tasked with it because, again, I feel burdened because I carry the burden of not only, you know, Los Angeles street urban culture, but I also carry the burden of this real hip hop thing. Like, I carry the energy of the space from the Bronx. I carry the energy from the first dudes ever rapping, you know what I mean, in the 70s and 80s. That's a real energy that I asked for and I carry. So I feel like it's incumbent that I challenge and put on, you know what I mean, and represent, like, for the innovators of this thing. That's the only way, you know, you're gonna write your name in the cement.
How do you find new music?
I don't.
Shit. I mean, as a consumer,
I don't. Like, I mean, not like that, bro. It's so much music coming out that I just don't even really, like, you gotta really market something to me. Like, you gotta have some kind of creative marketing force to make me care about your record. Other than that, it's like you can't sell me because you're a good person, I'm gonna buy your music. You know how Lululemon be like, we're gonna donate $100 off these $140 tights to some. I don't care. What are the tights? Why should I care about this? I don't care about, you know, the brand of an artist. Like, I'm not related to nobody because of they, you know, brand. I listen to Rick Ross. Rick Ross is named after somebody I know. Like, you either got it or you don't. And so to make me see if you got it, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to do something special, something creative to make me be interested. I'm not looking for new music. It's too much great music I never heard in my life. I just discovered War 4th album. You know what I'm saying? I just discovered Marvin Gaye's 6th album. I'm still finding all this dope ass shit that's already dope that I never heard of. I'm over here jocking Luther Vandross's first album and listening to Keith Sweat's first album with grown ears. Like, so there's no reason for me to look for a new artist. Like, hip hop is about culture. So if you don't show me something new culturally, yeah, I'm not interested. Kind of the last new artist I really got into at a high level was probably like Glorilla.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, people ain't working hard enough to get my interest. Like, it's about the culture. What you showing me culturally? Is you talking a certain way? Do I hear lingo I never heard? Is your fashion? Like, are you just some dickhead putting on a bunch of Gucci? I don't care if you got some money, bitch. Everybody got some money.
I like that glasses because, you know, we need to get back to substance in the game and catch, you know, and I get what you're saying about an innovative marketing strategy, because I'm not going to listen to your music first. You got to do something that's going to make me catch my eye, make me want to check your story out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of copy and paste rappers right now, and, you know, I'm tired of seeing it. And I like what's going on. I like the things that are centered around Kendrick and this movement, this ideology he's bringing about in the game right now to, you know, bring back some substance. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm high.
Yeah, but it's when you get the best points. So, like, you know, if I'm looking on Instagram and I hear something, Like I'll hear some, I'll see something like everybody's doing this dance to this kind of offbeat song. His dude rapping off beat. I go listen to it. If I listen to the second song, it ain't hitting. Yeah, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for something new that I ain't had, and it's not fair. But again, like I've been blessed to have hip hop. You know, hip hop first hit record came out when I was born. You know what I mean? Rapper's Delight. Like so, yeah. I don't gotta just listen to some new music. It's all this fly ass shit I never heard before. Like I didn't know that Isley Brothers was a rock group. I'm checking this out. Let me go listen to this fly ass shit. This Ronald Isley been popping for 60 years. You know what I mean? Let me get some more of this Frankie Beverly and Maze. Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah. See, and which goes to one of my favorite things that the youngsters don't know. Just like you discover that music, niggas. Niggas been discovered your mama. Niggas know your mama. Niggas been knowing it for a long time. Like it's new to you, but the Isley Brothers been knowing it.
You feel me? That part right. That part right there. So, like, you got to really do something for me, G, to really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, it be 100 albums come out every Friday, man. Fuck all them albums, nigga. What is special? You like, nigga, what is happening? Like, show me why I should be involved with your music, with your movement. Hip hop is culture first. Hip hop second. I mean, music second. It's culture first. What you showing me? If you just around here, talking shit about some shit, I don't care. I'm not impressed. And I don't care who stand with you, G. I don't care who vouch for you. I don't give a fuck. Niggas like whack niggas all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of garbage ass niggas.
I demand top quality creativeness for me to get involved. Something about it got to be hella unique. Social currency means nothing to me in this space. I'm not trying to, like when I was 16, I was the first person, 14, 15 rather, I had the first Bone CD on the block. And I used to get social currency just to put people on music. Man, you heard this group Bone? I got this new EP creeping on the come up and I'm playing it for the homies and I turn everybody on the mystical. Yeah, I'm an adult now. I don't fuck with y'all think. Fuck y'all social currency and turning y'all on music. I'm not trying to turn niggas on to nothing to impress you niggas. You niggas lucky I barely talk to you. So we at a space now where for my hip hop interest, yeah, you got to be pushing it. You got to really show me some culture. I need to see it. That's why I'm so proud of Kendrick with this new album, because it's like, yeah, you popping it. Like I need that. I need you to be drenched in culture, just seasoned down in culture. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing.
And that's exactly what he did, man. His cultural relevance has been cemented with this album. I think. Well, no, I can't. Not this one. He's been cemented. But this one right here, he did this one for the land.
Yeah,
he did.
And it's
this
gonna
one.
be, and it's gonna be as big as one because it's gonna be so many records on here that's gonna perform. When they start playing these records, man, these records gonna have a different appeal to America. I was telling him, I'm like, bro, this is like Dot used to compete with just the dudes of his generation. That's how I used to always say that. Like, okay, yeah, Good Kid, Mad City's dope. I get it. It ain't the Chronic. It ain't Straight Outta Compton. It ain't Doggy Style. It ain't America's Most. You know what I mean? It ain't these debuts. You know what I mean? It ain't quite, dog food. But I get in the era of stuff you got going on, I get how it makes sense. But this one, yeah, he on the guys I used to listen. He on their ass. He on the Jewel, he on Snoop, he on niggas ass with this. And a nigga like Slink, I'm this age, Slink a little older than me. Yeah, we hear it. We like, oh yeah, this nigga coming after. Yeah, he coming after Easy them.
And I'm gonna tell you,
not letting Easy and them get on. He not letting Dre and Snoop them. He own everything. So I'm so proud of him with his craft and culture where he's at now.
I'm gonna tell you why he's transcended a lot of that at this point with this album, because of his spirit of inclusion. And I hope that he creates a trend with a lot of these big name rappers, a lot of these larger, these larger dudes reaching back and getting some of these other niggas against some of these regional. some of these regional sensations and to give them a shot. And I don't give a fuck if he never worked with them again. It's like giving you shot. He giving, come on the next album, give another 5 or 6 niggas a shot. You know what I'm saying? And y'all niggas parlay it from there. And I hope the niggas that did it, I hope y'all watching, parlay that shot Doc gave you. It don't necessarily mean,
go get some pussy off of it because you was on the last Dot album.
Yeah, you would parlay that shot into a bigger shot, man. I just like what he did with that, man. Again, he got the young nigga from Hoover. He got the young nigga from 40s. He got his guys out his section. He got you know what I'm saying. So if that ain't inclusion, just the way he did it, man. He's leading by example, showing some unity in the West. You know what I'm saying? Showing these niggas another way, man. And I just really appreciate that, man. I really like what he's going on. But this is a goddamn Glasses interview. And I wanted to ask you
but it's all good. This is my little brother, so I'm happy. Like, I want him, because when I don't like it, I tell him I don't like it. So when I love it, I want him to feel 3 times what he feel when I don't like it. You know what I mean? When I'm in love with this record. So I'm just proud. So my moment could be his moment anytime. It don't matter how many more moments he got. Like, I love to get to be his.
Well, I know that you integrally. I know you fuck with him close.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's definitely, man. What is that like, bro? Like knowing that dude on the level you know him. Like this nigga's like legit one of the largest, one of the biggest stars in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? And to be inside that circle with that guy, man. What was it like early on when you first met him? When did you first meet Kendrick Lamar?
I first met him at Centennial, but then I really politicked with him at Top Studio. Top had just signed him. You know what I'm saying? J-Rock was already there, like already knew Rock. Top was from the town, so obviously we clicked because it's just watch business like automatically. But he just introduced me to him, and I was like, this little dude, and I found out that his first cousin is one of my best friends, rest his soul. And I just liked him. I ain't gonna lie, I just always liked the nigga. The little nigga was a real little Compton nigga. He had like a style about him and a feel about him, and he kind of walked giant. You know what I mean? He was really, it was the same humility right now, but still he understood who he was, and I always respected that. You know what I'm saying? So as far as knowing him, you know what I mean? Even now talking to him, I get to be his fan. That's another thing. Like, because my friends, I go the hardest on my friends' music, right? Like, I judge my friend like Dot is a friend, so I judge his music like I judge a stranger. So it's crazy when you talking about the music, and you know what I mean. You like, yeah, man, this album sound like cat scratching paper, and the whole world celebrating it, but you trying to tell him, you like, man, fuck that, nigga. Where is the, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's dope. You know what I mean? It's really dope, and I'm just proud. I'm not gonna lie. My problem is probably I still see him like Dot. Like, I don't see him. I get he's the biggest, the hottest rapper in the world, and he's one of the biggest superstars in all the music ever. But it's like, that's Dot. You know what I'm saying? This is my guy. So when I'm talking to him, I'm still talking to him like he's not the hottest nigga in the world, and I'm talking to him like.
And that's important to him. He need that. That's important to him, and I know he values that. I know he values that. Well, I'll tell you what he don't value. He don't value my verse. I sent the nigga like 7 verses already. Like, yo, put me on. He ain't hit me back. I'm like, Dot, I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Tell a nigga, I emailed it.
I emailed my verse. He probably with that verse on that song, you could be looking crazy. Because that's some shit he do. And I don't know, man. I just like that nigga, man. I always like that nigga. Man. I like all them TD, every one of them niggas, man. I like them all, and they all special to me.
Hey, you know what, Glasses, and through our tenure I see, man. You live quite a storied life thus far. Just even the shit that I know about you, you live quite a storied life that will make an amazing movie, man. Have you thought about making a movie? And what is your favorite hip hop movie?
I never would make no damn. I mean, in my mind, I wouldn't make no more. I don't think nobody care about.
Knock it off.
It sounds crazy, but my favorite hip hop movie, Boys in the Hood.
Okay, right
Boys in the
on.
Hood, dog. Like,
It's only right you'll say that one.
yeah,
It's only
Boys
right,
in the
Wes.
Hood, dog. It's like, yeah, I remember seeing that, like, and I knew I was gonna have a lowrider that day.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy, right? When you're a kid, you grow up in the hood, like, right? So, you know, I came up in that era, like, when we was cool, like, we, you know, gangs was around. You from the neighborhood as well, but you ain't tripping. House Party that came out, and I remember that summer us going to all these house parties and, you know, having fun. And Boys in the Hood came out. All that shit was over.
Yeah.
All that shit was over. It was like, oh, yeah, this is, we already doing this anyway. So, but that day I knew I was gonna have a low rider.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood is one of the most poignant, movies of all time, man. It's definitely it definitely hit the nail on the head for it.
Man, I'll say this, coming from LA, I'll say, was King T from Watts too?
I think King T is like Compton and Pacoima.
Okay,
Your mic
okay,
muted, Slink or something.
okay.
I think he's like Pacoima and Compton. I think it's Pacoima by Compton, or so both of them. Somehow he lived in Compton. I know he's Compton originally. That's kind of where
Okay.
his legacy is built.
So we about to step out of the nostalgia, but I got one last one for you. What was the soundtrack to your middle school or your, well, yeah, I'm used to talking people from the East Coast. What was the soundtrack to your junior high school experience?
I probably wasn't really listening to music like that. You know what I mean? Like,
using the other thing.
my mom, man, rest my mom's soul, man. Olivia, like, she plays so much goddamn music, man. So, like, I was not trying to listen to no damn music when I wasn't with my mom, because I heard music all the time. Like, I know cameos, I know street songs by heart. I know cameo albums by heart. This is how much music, like,
Okay.
Olivia's programmed and my mother programmed in my mind. So when I wasn't with her in junior high, I didn't have no Walkman and shit. Because when she picked me up, I was finna hear music. When I got home, I was finna hear music. Till I went to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I was finna hear music. So I never had a reason. The first album I feel like I had my first personal connection with was Dog Food.
Okay.
Dog Food was that record. You know what I mean? Like, that was a record that, you starting to date girls. You know what I mean? I'm using my older homie, like this homie I'm slanging for. He had a Suburban. I'm using the truck with the jail audio. You know what I mean? The W6s, the four W6s and the 88 Suburban. You feel me?
You might as well have a
JBLs
Bentley.
everywhere. And Dog Food, I'm pulling up on everything. Dog Food blaring. So that's what I remember the earliest of me being into, like, my own album and my own music. So that's like 95.
Yeah, that was dope ass era right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Dog Food was a groundbreaking joint too, man. That shit. It's. I wonder what it's like for the youngsters now. What music does that for them now? Like the way, like, certain music defines eras for us in life, and that time definitely was a special time for me. I was, a young man. You know what I mean? And it was definitely dope, man. It sent chills up my spine thinking about that album and how
You,
dope
you
it
know,
was and the memories that come with it.
you know what I would say, G, is the first year, Slink, the first year where I was like, this is like my greatest year alive and having music, not even no rap. the year Dub C the Shadiest One came on, and I had my lowrider. I had a rag glass house. We was all going to the show. And the Shadiest One, that is like, you want to talk about Glasses Malone, like growing up, like yeah, the Shadiest One, yeah, that right there is the most LA time in my entire life. That's like when the culture meets the music and it's all locked in and you get exactly who you are, you get exactly who everybody else is, and here is the soundtrack that makes the most sense. You know, you would think it's like a 2001 or Last Meal or all that fly shit, but the Dub C Shadiest One was like, yeah, that was like, yeah, this is LA right here. This is what I'm doing. And that album is probably like my favorite album of all time.
You got me going back on some super nostalgic, like the kids now, and not to sound like this old fogey man that I'm about to sound like, man, I remember hitting them on a Saturday or Sunday. You hit the mall first, then you go to Venice Beach, then you get something to eat, then you hit the shop. Like you really had. And the thing about it is, like with our generations, kind of collectively, because we all probably a couple years apart, but we had to talk to girls. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally had to talk to them. Like you, like it wasn't this
no phone with no keyboard in
cheat
between
code
you.
of the IG,
No
the
liking it. It's easy now. Like if I was on like now, like if I was young, I'd be a menace. All I gotta do is like 5 or 6 pictures. You gonna hop in my DMs? Yeah, I'm finna serve everything. What? I'm finna destroy. I'm finna run through the whole world at this easy. What? Like all I gotta do is like about 5 or 6 pictures.
It's a funny drawback to that though. It's a funny drawback to that, and the excellent segue that I was gonna ask you next. This is a funny drawback to that. Like, yeah, they got that benefit of having access to so many at their fingertips right now. But you don't know who you're talking to no more, man. Because I've been seeing some stuff. Look, man, I don't know how can I share this video with you, man. I got this video that I want to share. AI. What's your thoughts on AI? I'm gonna ask you that because I'm finna show you this video, man. And while I'm looking for it, man, give me your thoughts on AI.
So I want to complain because I always felt like convenience is the killer of quality.
This guy
like convenient. AI is too convenient, so that means people talking, everything kind of go down in lots and quality. And I'm gonna tell you why it's perfect for a real hustler, because that means human beings ain't working. And the easiest thing in the world to manipulate is AI if you come from the corner. And so this is the time. Big T is in office. The Orange Man back in office. The Orange Man is back in office. Man, you know what I'm saying? The streets is back. It's a criminal in the White House. AI, people don't want to look over their own situations. They got machines doing it. It's the time for the streets to eat. Here it goes.
Hey, I love it. I love to eat. I love to eat. AI is definitely a gift and a curse. It's a double-edged sword. I have a video I want to show. I can't do it. I can't show it to you right now, but it is a video of a young lady, doing a particular move, not no sex or nothing, but she was posing in her room, and then it's on Instagram. When I scroll down, I see it later. Man, I'm finna find this joint. I'm finna show it to you.
DM it to me when you get it.
I see it. Look, it's the same. It's another girl doing the same moves, bruh. And it's the same video, but they made one girl look Middle Eastern and the other one look like she was white. And but it was the same girl, bro, and it was so eerie.
It be. You gotta think it's a lot of transmissions now, and the makeup and stuff. It could be polarizing, and you got to go do your homework. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah, and
it got its
pluses
but
and minuses.
Yeah, but for a player like me, it's gonna work out. You know what I mean? Because it's like the one thing you can't do is human beings take your eyes off of the streets. The streets gonna always figure out a way to eat. And I think right now they're getting too comfortable. They like, oh, okay, we're gonna let machines do it. Oh, are you? Well, you finna look up one day, I'll be up 3-4 million on you.
Show you this video. Can you see it, damn it?
Back it up a little bit.
I gotta turn my goddamn turn my background on.
Your spaceship off?
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as a guy that and if anything,
okay, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. I gotta unblur everything.
You gotta unblur it all.
You
gotta show the background.
Yeah, I gotta show the background. I ain't tripping. But you gotta see this video though. It tripped me out, man. It's very, very.
I seen this video the other day where old girl said,
"Did you have anything to do with it?"
Look at the faces. Wow. Look at the faces. Look at this video, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where we at.
No, that's the same video. I mean, that's not two people. It's not one person repeating somebody else's actions or her. That's the same shit. I mean, but look at the faces. If you look at
it. Yeah, that's the new Photoshop.
That's just evidence. 100%.
So again, these youngsters, they might have a plethora of options, but all those options might not be real options. So and that is in regards to the AI question. Now, me personally, I like AI. Being a tech guy, being a guy that's into art and tech, I think it AI, when used correctly, you know, it's always commendable. But I don't think it's cool that you know, now you're gonna have a lot of people who are doing work who are not crediting the AI. And even if, okay, what if some of your favorite artists or actors or whatever, your favorite people made some AI shit? So what they made an AI? Is it? I'm high right now. Are you mad because it's AI? Or even if it's, you know?
Yeah, I'm mad. But again, because it's just certain things these machines can't do, they can't emulate. And it's like, I already know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like fast food already been taking the shit, but you know, now, you know, you order food from Postmates, fast food, and even went down a level. Like, you know what I mean? And they charge you $10 to give you cold fast food. So, you know, again, human beings gonna always fall for the okie doke, for the banana in the tailpipe, and just go with convenience. You know what I mean? And I'm still buying unpasteurized milk. You feel me? Right. I buy my milk unpasteurized. I don't pasteurize my shit. I pasteurize my own shit if I want to pasteurize. So, you know, I'm pursuing the quality of life. And especially as an independent, my goal is to keep quality alive. So, you know, I'm glad the whole world is kind of watering itself down. It's going to make what I'm selling way more valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, real quick, Glasses, Brown said, what's up? He said that they've been catfishing since Facebook, man. But really since MySpace.
Brown, they've been catfishing since Black Planet.
Yeah.
You ever seen KD Black Planet page? That shit went viral.
Who's?
Kevin Durant's.
No, I didn't.
That nigga Black Planet page went viral, nigga. That nigga he was trying to get the bras back then.
Hey man, all men have their vices, man. we just in a world of the super information highway surveillance. And people showing receipts. They showing text messages and DM.
I'm gonna read you this nigga. I'm gonna read you KD. He finna be talking shit in the group chat. I'm gonna read you KD Black Planet. It said, "Hi, my name Kevin. I'm on this joint chilling, looking for youngins to chill with or just be friends. So if you feeling me, get at your boy. My aim, Kevin Baller 33. Yeah, that's me getting my dunk on and shit at the bottom. Hold up. Let me read it. And you see the shirt? Texas Longhorns, baby. Get at your boy. I'm 6'10", 205, brown skin, brown eyes, very athletic, and looking for a youngin' to chill with. Oh yeah, all the haters, thanks for doing you and helping me out. Nigga KD Black Planet page went viral.
Yeah, he told him what it was. Look here.
Feel me? He doubled down on that shorty to chill with. You ain't trying to chill, bitch. Don't hit my Black Planet. You have a Black Planet page, Slink?
Yeah, I did, man. Yeah, I did. I don't remember much of it, but I got
never
one.
thought this social media shit was gonna go this far.
Nah, not at all. Me neither, man. That's why, you know, that's why I feel like I missed out on. Well, I ain't miss out. I'm late to the YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm wondering what's the next one gonna be if they're gonna do one.
Oh, man, that would be interesting.
You know what? Rest in peace to the homegirl Rosalind Carubius. Rest in peace. Did you know her glasses?
Roz, that sound familiar as hell. What's that?
She's
MySpace?
Filipino.
Where she worked at?
She worked at MySpace.
Yes, I know Roz. Damn, she passed away.
She did. Yeah, she was good people. So when she first started working for MySpace, she walked me and Brown in. So basically, she started working. She never worked for him. She was a consultant. Like that was crazy to the end. Like, and she never, and it was crazy because she just never wanted to work for him. But she had an office, every single thing, but she was a consultant. But she was responsible for bringing music to MySpace. So the first week she walked, I want to say she walked the Black Eyed Peas into the office first. She walked in Be Real, and she walked us in third. And she gave us what would have been the equivalent at that time, I want to say, to maybe $70,000 or $80,000 worth of promotion. And she had us on the front page of MySpace for like a week or something like that. And that was like when they were over off the 405 by where like Univision and all that stuff
is.
Over what you're talking about. But you know, I didn't understand MySpace, like, because MySpace was the evolution from Black Planet. You know what I'm saying? But when it took off, I was just kind of like, dang. But I'll say MySpace was where an artist could truly be independent. Because I think people got signed off of MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Able to post up your music on your profile.
The Canadian came from MySpace. You know, didn't Jay Prince find him on MySpace?
I believe it.
Somebody.
Yeah. Social media is you know, it got its perks, but again, it's a convenience thing, so it kills the quality of relationships.
Absolutely, the glasses. I said it all the time too, especially in regards to music. Music, we so flooded with so much music now because it's so readily available and so easy to available to the masses. You know, the quality of music has gone down drastically since then. I remember being young, and again, I don't want to sound like the old geezer neither, Greg, but I remember being young and buying CDs and, you know, having to wait for that Tuesday for that shit to drop, making your way to the record store in the anticipation of grabbing that album and that tape or whatever and busting that motherfucker open and, you know, checking, you know, letting it unfold and you looking at all the
liner
artwork
notes,
and reading the liner notes. Yeah, man, you checking out all that shit. And it was different. It was a different value to the music. But nowadays, you know, you got songs that, again, it took a long time for us to see our artists because we didn't have social media and videos are so expensive and all that stuff. So again, there's a lot of artists we didn't get to see until they got bigger, you know what I mean? But nowadays, I hear so many songs from bullshit people that's just on the internet or whatever that I never see them, never see their face, never know who they are. It's just the variety of one-hit wonders that just came up now. There's just so many more one-hit wonders because there's so much music. And it seemed big because they're a hit wonder at that time. But, you know, 2 months later, it's somebody else, man. You don't even know these niggas, so I don't even keep up with the music like I used to. I used to be ready. I knew when all that shit was coming out.
It's all these niggas and shit. Every week, it's a nigga dropping some album and It's like, bro, I'll be on. Shout out to the homie Trap. He got a room on Clubhouse, like he built this community called ADHD, and niggas be like talking about this new album this week, a new album next week. I'm like, bro, I'm not watching all this shit. I'm not listening to all this shit. Like, why the fuck do y'all listen to all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's too much, homie. It's too much. But you know, God bless everybody and they dream.
I got one for you, Glasses. The elephant in the room. I haven't really seen you too politically correct, but like I said, I wasn't gonna talk about no weirdo shit, nothing like that. But the elephant in the room, Lil Wayne and the Super Bowl, and him feeling that because he's from New Orleans, like the Super Bowl should have been his. And for me, Prince wasn't from LA when we had the Super Bowl.
It's that one Snoop and Dre Super Bowl that made everybody feel that way. But listen, Lil Wayne is a top 5 hip hop artist, dead or alive. He's one of the 5 greatest hip hop artists to ever exist. If he want to be upset that they didn't give him the Super Bowl, he has a right, especially in New Orleans. It's Lil Wayne. I could feel bad for Tune that he didn't get that opportunity as one of the greatest niggas to ever rap on a microphone, but also could be happy for my brother that got it. You know what I mean? I don't have to, shit. Maybe they'll put him, they coming back to LA. Maybe they have Wayne coming to LA. I don't know. But again, it's one of them things where I don't really give that much energy to it because it's like Wayne has a right to complain. It's like certain people, they have a right to feel how they feel. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those dudes that earned the right to complain that he, one of the greatest music artists ever is not performing in New Orleans. And in the same hand, Kendrick Lamar, minus the year, just period, how much work he putting in and people choosing him, I'm happy. So, sad for Lil Wayne, but I'm happy for Kendrick Lamar.
The duality of man.
That part.
I'll say this, man. With Kendrick, it seemed like he ain't took his foot off the gas since like June. Like, I mean, it ain't stopped.
Crazy. I don't really think he was inspired, like crazy at one time. I think, maybe after Mr. Morale, I don't know quite how he felt, about music and everything going on. He had just been through this really different journey, over the years. And till that boy, them people said that man's name and they start playing with that name and putting his name in rap. This man had putting out an album for about 4 years. Why y'all go fuck with this man?
Hey, homie. After he put out Mr. Morale, that signified to me that he had fought his demons and won. Yeah. When he fought his demons and won, he was ready to fight the rest of the demons.
This is crazy. He wasn't even tripping. The man was just the man doing something else, man. I think the man over there doing push-ups and getting his body and burpees and shit, and he just living, getting his bodies in shape. And they said this man's name on that record and talking about we the big 3 and I'm feeling like Ali and this nigga talk, and then the owl talking crazy and all that. I'm like, brother, so y'all asked for this ass whooping. You know what I mean? Y'all asked for it, and my boy Karen put belt to ass.
I totally agree, man. I totally agree. But I cannot get away from, being older now, man. And I love it, man. And I just wish, people gotten understood, saying that Doc came from the spirit of competition, the spirit of hip hop. It ain't no hate, it ain't no disdain, it wasn't none of that. It was straight from the spirit of hip hop, and I get it. When he ripped him on Control, I got it. I love you.
I want to be the best.
I want to be the best.
And we used to do each other like that, Slink in Top Studio and Carson every other day. This is rap. We rapping to be the best, even friends. Like we competing to push ourselves. But again, like I said, this new era of rap is a bit, they tender. It's a little tender.
These niggas, homie, and again, that go back to, this microwave generation. You know what I'm saying? This monkey see, they inundated with all these images and these opinions and these talking heads, and they hearing the stories, but they lacking the experience. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's happening right a lot of times. You got a lot of microwave people who are made to be rappers, who are who are fabricating their lifestyle or whatever. And when they come back on some real shit, they don't understand it.
Man, however they want to deal with it, that's cool. Whatever y'all want to do about it, you feel me? That's really where it's at. And you could
I'll
rap it,
say, I'm sorry.
however, go
I'll say
however
this.
they want to deal with it. You feel me? Like it don't matter. This is what we was bred for this activity.
Hey, you know, it's whatever you want to do means a whole lot of things in LA. It's whatever you want to do. That mean a whole
However
lot
you
of
want to do it. What you saying? You know that one. What you saying? What you saying? That's how I feel. Like y'all feel how y'all. But what y'all saying? Like let's just escalate it to the furthest point of escalation. If they people keep saying stuff like, "Oh man, Drake, man, the homie is squabbling down. You ain't gonna ask. I don't gotta ask Dot what he's squabbling down. Y'all want to set up a fade or something? I'm not gonna ask. This is really the homie. Like I know he'll squabble you down. So you feel me? Like what you saying? Well, what you saying? Like however you want to do it. Like whatever that means. You feel me?
I was cats just chill though. You know, they everybody else will get it, man. It's just hip hop,
No.
man. You know what I'm saying?
They just chilling, man. They feelings hurt for sure, and you can't play nobody cheap. But it's hard when you've been that successful. You know what I mean? To get in that ring and feel that type of humiliation at this level. You know what I mean? You thought I think Cuz thought he put in so much work that he was above. He's not a hip hop artist, right? He's a rap artist. He's not of street culture ilk. He don't speak it in.
Is he a rapper?
He's a rapper. He's a pop star. He's a rapper. He's a pop.
Pop
Always been
star.
a pop.
I'm comfortable with pop star, man. People. So not to make this about me,
but just listen, because it's like just picking up a microphone don't make you hip hop. Just learning about the history of hip hop don't make you hip hop. Like hip hop is something that you live. It's like, yeah, the culture comes from this ghetto, but it bleed over to the suburbs. Go over there in Carson and play with them people. Go over there in Inglewood and play with these people. These people will blow your head off. So it's not about what you would call a suburban existence. You feel me? Like means something different. It just means the culture comes from the poorest place. Like it ain't no reason for no Mexican people with money to make tacos. It don't make sense. So the culture comes from people making do. That's what hip hop is all about, making do. And people from all the different surrounding places pick up the make and do thing. You know what I mean? We share the same school, especially in a place like New York City where everybody live on top of each other and middle class people go to school with poor class people because there's only so much land. So, but it very much is the culture of street urban people. And like that's what make it hip hop. So it's not as simple as you could go around and okay, I like this rapper, I study him, I'm hip hop now. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what it felt like. Where people would argue like, oh, well, he did songs with Little Brother. Nigga, just because you're a fan, everybody like Little Brother. White people like Little Brother. Who the fuck don't like Little Brother?
Yeah.
Fucking cool and fun. That's like, what the fuck? Oh, cause you're a fan of what's homie name that did all the for Slum Village? Dilla.
Dilla, yeah.
White people love Jay Dilla.
Man.
Like white people love Jay Dilla
more than us sometimes.
Jay Dilla. To me, after we was like, or like what you call the proverbial hip hop heads, but Jay Dilla again. So just because you like Jay Dilla beats or you rap over Jay Dilla beats, don't make you hip hop.
So
like it's the culture of it all. Get at
not to beat the horse to death. This is gonna be the last one on that topic. This lawsuit talk, man.
That shit crazy. Shit's embarrassing. Shit's embarrassing, dog. How you start a fight, then you call the police after somebody whoop you?
I got a conspiracy theory.
Sure.
Before I bust a conspiracy theory, shout out to Ben Frank, man. He a faithful guy that's been in the chat, man. He's always in the chat. You know what I'm saying? He followed us from some other Far Side TV
Ben Frank
shows and whatnot. So yeah,
Ben Frank.
Yeah, he need to hit me in the DMs. I got something for you, Ben. But I'll say this. when it comes to this whole thing, one of the things that I can appreciate the most about Kendrick is that he's a young, confident black man, and he's unapologetically great. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get into all the Messiah stuff and the carrying the West on your back and all this, that, and the third, but he's a great representative of a rapper, battle rapper, musician. He's witty, he's smart, he don't mess with everybody. And I feel like he's the only contemporary artist that kind of made albums for like the grandkids, the grandparents, the parents, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, because I felt like To Pimp a Butterfly, I was like, man, that's a dope ode to like some jazz and funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very much.
And did it great. You know what I'm saying? Did it great.
I do think that is the truth for Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. I do think they do a really great job of making music for 8 to 80. Somebody 80 gonna like a Drake song, somebody 8. Same for J. Cole, same for Dot. What I appreciate the most about Dot is he's culturally unapologetic. That's the only thing. I don't really care. Like, man, I heard so much great music that nobody is gonna really, it's gonna be hard for you to do better than what I heard. Now, the Gen X album is really good. I gotta live with it to see, but it is good. But I mean, I appreciate in a time when hip hop is kind of getting pasteurized out. Is they trying to take it into a rock space where you'll look up in 10 years and it won't be a brother here. It'll just be a bunch of white people talking slang and getting
saying what the
coins,
history was.
It'd be jazz, be a Kenny G, and that's what I see in Drake, like Kenny G, where it's like he's just playing the jazz, he playing the sax over pop songs. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, and no shot to Ken, but it's like I don't want that for the genre while I'm alive. So again, it's like I'm proud of how, like to the point you saying, where like what Slink was saying, like when you put some young artists and minus the helping them in their career, because you don't owe nobody nothing, but the understanding that culturally what these dudes represent in this new LA culture, this new lingo, this new get down, how you carry yourself, how you speak on that microphone, how you pop it, showcasing that and sharing that stage with them, being so culturally tapped in that you share the stage and the song with them, and still being able to be at great and elevating them because he's producing them. Like I can listen to them because I know, like a Peso, I know some of his songs. It's not like specifically that. So to elevate them in another level of quality culturally, you know what I'm saying? Is that's what I appreciate. I'm so over talking about the music, and I know people keep saying, let's get back to the music. I don't care. Let's get back to the culture. Let's take hip hop back to the 80s where you represented what was outside your front door. Stop speaking like everybody on the internet. Stop speaking like what you hear on Instagram. Stop speaking like what you hear on the gang. Speak like people outside of the location you represent. Represent them. Let's get back to representing. Stop representing, a bunch of people that just don't even matter. I mean, represent, like be the hip hop, you like the elected delegate. Nigga, represent your section. Nigga, like put on. Nigga, like people should be proud. You know what I mean? When you on that mic popping that shit.
Tell me this. I remember being in New York, and it was like the early 2000s or something like that. And Southern music was kind of making its breakthrough a little bit. And they were getting some love. They wasn't breaking through nothing. They were getting love is what they were getting, which they were actually, I won't say they had a seat at the table, but they was invited to the barbecue.
So this is pre-Jeezy. This is prime Outkast. It's prime Outkast, the biggest they is. This is Tip just starting. Yeah. This is Gucci really not getting no love.
Yeah.
This is Bun B after Trill or right before Trill. Pimp is home talking crazy. What's going on in the South? Cash Money is killing. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about a little before You know what though? I probably
right
got my
there.
years mixed up. I'm probably talking about 90, 97, 98,
Oh
97,
yeah,
98.
yeah. No, the South didn't have nothing. Yeah.
But did you see it coming? Because I just know
Yeah.
that, dude,
Yeah.
they came and they made it where they put our seats almost at the kiddie table. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny. The West, you know, when Pac and Big came up dead back-to-back years in LA, that was pretty much it for us for a while. I was like, you know what, we're gonna leave the LA niggas over there for a while. If you wasn't through the door, y'all need to go sit somewhere because y'all just letting too much shit happen. And I think the business kind of was like, we don't want this type of shit happening no more. You know what I mean? So if you not Dre and Snoop or somebody dealing with them, your ass got to wait because y'all just got too much crazy shit going on. So, and I think the East, again, because hip hop is culture first, I think the East, we just knew so much about the East. Like we wasn't getting nothing new. Like we already knew who the big D-boys was. We knew who the big rappers was. Jay-Z had already got in. X was popping up. Like we saw it. It was like, okay, we know y'all and we love y'all. But we already knew all the lingo, son, be kid. We already knew the 5%. We was starting to know the lessons. Niggas out West was starting to know the lessons. You feel me? So because hip hop is culture, like when we get so familiar with your culture, it's a lack of excitement. It's like a woman you just slept with for 10 years. I don't know how excited you're gonna be about getting the vagina for if it's been 10 years, let's say you got the vagina 500 times. This might be 502. I don't know how pumped up you're gonna be about nailing her the 502nd time. It might lose some lore, it might lose some luster. So, to New York, they held it down for so long and they was at the top. They started this, and that's like us in gangbanging. It's like now it's like everybody else is more infatuated. Like, look at us. Look at us, West Coast. We're not doing it right, So, eventually everybody kind of feel like they know it. I listen to people argue with me about gangbang. It'd be a nigga from Iowa be like, look, Glasses, let me tell you about Crippin'. Excuse me? You know what I mean? He'll start kicking knowledge. Tookie started the Crips, and I'd be like, well, it was Raymond. No, Tookie. And they so intrigued and they understand our culture now, so they not tripping. They like, yeah, we see, yeah, y'all Crips and Bloods. To the point where it's frustrating. They'll be like, yeah, y'all kill each other over color. You like, bro, it's not that stupid. It's like nuance. It's like these people that know each other and they from, well, no, it ain't. I'll tell the homies from the Bay, they be like, well, gangbanging, we don't gangbang. Nigga, yes, y'all do. Well, no, we don't, because we kill each other over money. What you think people do? We kill each other over problems? What you like in their mind, it really be about the color.
Hey,
that guy
man,
right there is wearing red. Shoot him now.
Yeah, they do.
I'll say banging in Little Rock did almost as much damage as crack, man. Because you got these people, and they really took it. I mean, they took it to a level, man. They really blew their mind.
Like we did with hip hop, man. We did the same thing. And I mean, that's just on. You know what I mean? And it's like, the culture is gone. So I think, we were so ready for something new, and Cash Money came and Outkast, really developed and found something signature and, Texas, the stuff Pimp and Bun was doing.
Yeah.
Scarface already was a god at that point. Now it was like, I'm the king of this. I ushered it in, and the Trick Daddy is starting to find his place, and it was new. Like I remember seeing, okay, what's up? So I'm like, look at these marching bands and shit. This shit is, if you've never been to the South, you never seen, been to those. We don't got that. Ain't no black bands on the West. USC don't quite do it. Like shout out to SC, shout out to the Trojans, but they don't quite do it. You said later, the Bruins, they don't quite do it like Southern.
We should start just supporting Southwest College.
Black band
music program.
Yeah, because that's something that to happen because they kicking the shit out of us. And I'll never forget saying, okay, what's up? Shut up. And the band out there playing. I'm like, who is this thick ass light skinned bitch? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got new culture. And again, hip hop is all about culture. And to see them brothers represent their sections and, you start hearing them Cash Money brothers talk that, and whoa, and Jabones, and they popping it, and Nelly pops up out of nowhere, and they're her, and you be like, man, look at these niggas. It's new, it's exciting. So, then we pop back up with the blue flag. They're like, all right, nigga, we saw this in colors. We saw this, nigga, with NWA. We saw this in Boys in the Hood. We saw this in New Jack City. So, it's more like, yeah, we got y'all. But look at him over here. These guys are 13 holding AK-47s. They call it drill. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to see Snoop and them. Them niggas 18, 19, 21, 22. These niggas is 12. You see, look, JoJo. Like they got guns that cost $2,000. They poor kid. How y'all get these guns? So it's an excitement when you see the culture. And mind you, the culture of them dudes being soldiers so young, that mad, that many soldiers that young. You know what I mean? And you looking at how they dress, their uniforms. You looking at how they style their hair, looking at their camaraderie, looking at how they talk. What the fuck is a drill? Or what the fuck is what's an op? You know what I mean? They come up with that new shit in the world. We intrigued. We like, man, look at them brothers. Found on top of their bodies were not it's not about were they better and they start kicking the shit out of us. They were new, and we were excited. And one of the people
I say this, man, we about to wrap it up and break it down, but I'm gonna speak it into existence, man. And just always stay the same dude you are. But
bodies were arranged in that way. There's just so much.
What would your biopic be called?
So wrong. I don't know what to think. I mean, there's evidence pointing to Richard Allen.
If I had to make a biopic, it'd be about my time selling Sherm.
There's so many other avenues.
You said Sherm. You keep on bringing it back to the Sherm.
Y'all saw the rap movie.
This guy was producing.
So I don't want to tell you about my journey in rap. I don't talk about that. Y'all saw my mom went to the feds. Y'all saw kids' parents going to jail and having to find gangbanging.
That conspired to kill these two innocent girls, and it feels so wrong. It feels so.
I street race. Yeah, y'all seen all these Fast and Furious. They done fucked that up. Them niggas be racing in Dubai and shit. So you don't care about my little racing shit on Mansville and 135th man. You don't even care about that. You saw Boys in the Hood, so you ain't tripping so much when I'm on the boulevard. But you know what you ain't saw?
And
no nigga making sell Sherm. You ain't never saw what it's like to see people
Robert
in the Sherm
former Carroll County prosecutor. He retired a few years ago.
That's
that
right.
Would be the star of my biopic. That time, from when I first was selling crack, and I thought that was something, until I started selling Sherm. And when I started selling PCP, that was like, holy signatures present there.
So that's Black Rich. Serial killer leaves behind. It's almost like a modus operandi.
And you know what?
It's basically
you told me about that.
And the prosecutor went on record.
Had to be over 15 years ago. You mentioned it.
It looked like there were 3 signatures.
You just said it as passionate as you saying it right now. You said it very nonchalantly. But the impact I'm getting right now, as serious, it really grew. That is how you grew up. You know what I'm saying?
It takes Slink to tell you, like, if you was in the streets, how culturally
men named, and I know you have to take all of this with
infested Sherm was in the culture.
That shit was. Yeah, I remember, nigga. My first recollection of Sherman was seeing a nigga run out in the middle of Florence with Bud on, asshole naked, ripping fenders off cars. I had to be about 11 years old looking at this, and that shit was crazy. And then after that, I was hearing the word everywhere. They ended up trying me some in my early 20s. So yeah, it's definitely ingrained in the culture.
So it's like, to me, that's where my unique perspective comes from. You know what I mean? That experience. So that would be the part I would focus on. I would like to deliver, when I deliver culture, I always try to deliver either something unique or something nuanced, like some nuance, something where, like a Tupac Must Die, where the nuance is heavy, where it's like, I know a little bit more to y'all, so let me tell y'all.
Deliver me a poem.
Say who?
Deliver me a poem.
A poem?
Deliver me a little pour.
This nigga right here.
$50 pour, huh? Hey, I used to hate niggas come with pour. The craziest part, it used to be a nigga from Raymond used to come get pours and smoke the pour right there. I'm like, bro, why you just don't get the stick, bro? Why you getting a pour, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, that was a big part of. I named my first CD after some Sherm I had branded called White Lightning, because PCP is usually yellow, and I had some PCP that was clear because the preparity in the pipe, the chemical was clear, so it colored it clear. And I knew people was gonna try to fight it, but it was so fucking strong, Greg. And I knew if I could get people to try it, that I was finna kill. And I remember having 2 or 3 really, strong system testers test it. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't get past the second hit. So that became my sales pitch. Like, man, I got this new charm. It's called White Lightning. If you can get past the second puff, you can have it. And I named my first CD White Lightning based off of that PCP.
Dope. So nah, man, thanks, Glasses. You came through like a trooper. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the conversation. The game, oh my God, the game was immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said before we hopped into the podcast, the little ear hustle of the game going down, I was like, man, this dude don't stop. He literally don't stop.
Gotta finish, man. I gotta do it for Ice-T. I gotta do it for Too Short. I gotta do it for the dudes that invested in me. I gotta do it for Slink Johnson. I gotta do it for everybody that invested interest and speaking my name in any positive space and telling people that I'm something. I gotta make sure I prove them right. Like, it may not be social currency for me, but I got to make sure my peoples get the social currency for backing me up. Fans that support me, I want them to be like, I told y'all this nigga was hard. You know what I mean? I told y'all this nigga was the one. So, putting on for the city, putting on for hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, making sure them dudes at the BX who ganged me up in the Bronx, like, yeah, we told this nigga he was the one. So that's everything.
Where can people find your music?
I'm Googleable, man. You can just everywhere. Go to the Crip Store.
Yep.
Crip Store, thecripstore.com. It's the only place I want you to go. Thecripstore.com.
And let me tell you, man.
THECRIPSTORE.
When you said the Crip Store to me, it did not have the impact that it did when I went to the Crip Store today. And I was like, damn, he wouldn't. And see, that's the whole twist. Glasses will say something to you that's so nonchalant that you'll miss it. You'll definitely miss it, because the passion ain't on his tongue, but he's kicking you some game, but the passion ain't on his tongue. I went to the Crip Store and I was like, damn, he got some real merch. I was like,
no, that's why I was talking to you about the merch. Like, what for the whole thing I'm trying to do, just again, like, I think we were just talking about it, right? And Slink, this is something you can relate to, but it's like, I feel like because our culture is so oversaturated, everybody is so spoiled with it. You know what I mean? They've had us for 40 years now. They had the West, they had Southern California street urban culture for 40 years, since NWA and Colors. Like, we was on the screen. There was only 10 minutes of us on the screen, but we was on the screen. Feel me? So, like, they've had us now for almost 40 years. You know what I'm saying? So they don't just want that. It's not the same excitement when you say Cuz or Blood or Loke or Shet. It's not foreign. It's like, oh yeah, them niggas is gang members from wherever. They could be gang members from their town. They don't even know. So I feel like for hip hop to take the next step forward, especially like for us or New York, where our cultures have been oversaturated in the space, I think we need to make it 3 or 4 dimensional. Like, it needs to be like you can get involved. It damn near needs to be like a Six Flags Magic Mountain of this fucking gangster shit, where you could just come touch shit. You know what I'm saying? And you could feel it. Like, people want to smell it. Like you ever watch the Stranger Things show?
Yeah.
Like, that's like one of my favorite shows. Like, one of the most creative shows I ever saw written, right? It's hella slick. But they had an experience where you can go in downtown LA and you can go to the mall and the Star Court Mall and shit. Cause I was like, man, that needs to be in hip hop. Like a dude like LaRussell. Shout out to LaRussell. Like, I give him a lot of slack about his cultural elements, about some shit he said about the streets. I don't like that, because I don't like when niggas be lying on the streets and shit. Don't lie on the streets. But I give him credit that he made this cultural experience so tough. You could go to a backyard. You could go to a real backyard boogie. It's people from all over the country that can't do backyard boogies, especially not in the winter. Like, so he gave people like an experience where they could touch it. And I had that idea about 10 years ago, and niggas made me think I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to make this experience to where you can touch it. Like it's no longer just what I say on this microphone. It's no longer me being on your screen, you know, performing a music video. But like you need to be able to fly there and be like, oh, this shit is real. Like niggas, we gotta put niggas in the lion cage and somehow control the lion. Because they are not tripping off being on the outside of the safari no more. They're like, man, we see these lions all the time. And it's they only remember it's a lion when that motherfucker get out the cage and bite somebody. Like when a rapper died, they be like, oh, them niggas is at it again. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take these people in the cage and somehow control the lion. So we need to really do some work because the zoo is not happening no more. You know what I mean? They ain't going for that, just walking by like, yeah, look at them niggas. They be thinking they tough and shit. They be like, man, they done got so gangster now. I be seeing niggas on the internet poking the bear and shit, bear in the cage. Shit, they got a stick and shit, fucking with the bear. That's how niggas poke at the West. Niggas be like, yeah, them niggas over there, you buster at. Nigga, what?
Think it's all surfing sun.
Until that cage get open. That motherfucking bear maul their ass. So you know, I feel like the next step in hip hop evolution is really taking people inside the cage. Like they need to be like, that motherfucker is right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker bear need to be so trained to just walk by him.
Well, you know, would you say they watching them on like? Would you say that they're watching them on YouTube, like with all these YouTubers, you know, these different ones? I'm seeing them, these different YouTubers is popping up in these neighborhoods across the country, documenting neighborhoods and niggas out there telling them.
That shit, I used to think of hip hop like soul food, right? Where, you know, like it wasn't really great food, but it was made out of love. And, you know, it was too seasoned, but it was love and it still had some nourishment. Niggas is going past the artistic expression of the culture straight to the culture. I know niggas that's full-fledged gang members, like they don't have no talent. They be like, yeah, cuz I was at the hood meeting and niggas, I was like, God damn, like you can't, back in the day, Corrupt was the closest thing you could come to the 60s. That you couldn't even come to that whole section, them A-Trade 60. You for sure wouldn't drive down no motherfucking Western or no motherfucking Van Ness. So Corrupt was the closest thing you could come to that whole section of niggas, that whole gangster, you know, neighborhood section of niggas. That was the closest, nigga. Dub C, like nigga, that was it. Cause you for sure wasn't gonna jump out on the Shaw. Now them niggas is skipping past the rappers and going right to the gang members. Them niggas is posted up at the park and shit. Lunch hour at work, yeah, I'm just chilling in the hood. Like, damn, y'all giving them this shit for 1 cent of you?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's every hood. You know what I mean? It's a nigga blogging, they vlogging they hood. Call them like, you know, them niggas telling you a story. Yeah, man, that nigga got put on in 87. And it ain't cool like Kev Mac channel or like Alex Alondo's free TV channel. It just really be like gang members. And them niggas be like, yeah, niggas had a meeting the other day.
Gang members getting exploited. Gang members getting exploited.
I'm a fan of Kev Mac. I'm definitely a fan, man. He's very thorough.
No, not the greatness of what he is like. Regular, like Kev Mac is transformed himself into a journalist where he really is documenting, like even like rivals. These niggas, I'm talking about these niggas really got a phone, bro, and be chilling. Like, yeah, man, I was at the meeting, nigga, and the nigga was tripping, so we ran a DP on Cuz. Then this mark ass nigga bro, what the fuck?
Niggas telling on themselves.
And it's not telling. I don't mean it like that. Because I don't think it's telling, but it's like now you don't need the hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like Corrupt, you know, Dub C, Ice Cube, you know, all the great rappers from that session, Mac 10, they were doing it artistically. Yeah. So they made it like a poetry. These niggas is just like regular niggas.
Oh, yeah, we hang right here. The homie baby left foot got shot right there.
Them niggas came through yesterday, cousin. Nigga hit the, and it's not telling, but it's more like,
exploited. These niggas being exploited
for free.
They on YouTube, cuz like, yeah, cuz them niggas came through yesterday, cuz hit us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I told the homie, like, cause you was a mark, you should have got off at them niggas. Them niggas, and the homie that's the mark be like, nigga, I was supposed to do what, nigga? You know them niggas, and they arguing. So, you know what I mean? You could get that close to the culture that artistic shit don't matter. So the next step past them niggas is now we got to bring you in the cage. I'm gonna make the bear just walk by you. That's the closest because these niggas ain't finna bring you to the set. See, they got us right now because they ain't got to put no music to this shit. They ain't got to put no word. Them niggas is just, cuz them niggas is hood, cuz them niggas is, you feel me? So, and they putting it on so cold that niggas is like, man, them niggas, that nigga G, you know what I'm saying? It's like when Rick Ross first came out as a rapper, and I'm like, I'm a real D-boy. This nigga talking about he knew Noriega, cuz I can't compete with that, cuz he said he knew Noriega. I only knew JJ or Bo or Freeway. He knew Noriega.
Right.
I only knew Pat, cuz I know Ernie, cuz this nigga know Noriega.
This nigga got big claims.
Yeah. I didn't even get to meet Dav, cuz this nigga knew Noriega, cuz he got $98 million. I made 106,000. Cuz made 98 million off selling cocaine. They stories be so grand, cuz. So I think the next step again, like I said, everybody tired of the zoo. Like they seen all the animals. Like now it's time to let them niggas see power. I could put you in the bear cage, cuz, and let the bears walk around you.
Well, hey man, I'm a call it, man. I say somebody need to get their bread up, man, and holler at Glasses as a consultant, man. I think that's another hat he can wear. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if these niggas want to build a bear cage, guys. A bear cage. Bear cage.
That shit'll be like Scared Straight.
Man, motherfucker, they can walk around. Oh, I had an idea, right? Cause so when I was first time out doing this residency 10 years, I'm telling my older brother Pooh and still the homies. I'm like, cause so look, we should buy this house, right? We're gonna buy it right here in this hood. But see, like niggas don't even be tripping over here. Like, I can't say that because I don't want niggas to be thinking like I'm this nigga hood. But I'm like, niggas don't even be tripping at this part, cuz so we can buy it, but this in the hood, right? And like we can have it set up, cuz so when everybody come to the party, it'd be like we hire homies to just hit them up. So when they come, cuz they gotta walk through a dice game, cuz and niggas like, hey, where you from, cuz? And that like tripping them. Like I already had this idea, cuz for
experience, for real.
It's real,
Hey, that should be crazy. Call this shit gangland and be like an amusement park. You know what I'm saying?
You come to the back, cuz, and nigga, I'm on the grill before I rap. I'm barbecuing for everybody in the weekend, cuz I'm putting links, nigga. What's up? Cuz you feel me? And niggas is like, this was the backyard experience I wanted to give niggas. I knew how to do it, and my brother and still thought I was crazy. Like, what? I'm like, yeah, because it got to go this far. Because this is in 2015, 16. I could already see when I put out Glass House 2, because I'm like, damn, bro, like, this shit don't, like, niggas is past hearing this shit. I'm like, we need to, like, make it touchable. So I was going to have homies, like, working. I'm going to pay the niggas $100 a night, have a low rider park in the yard, red cups. Nigga, you had to walk through a dice game.
Yeah.
Open the fridge, niggas in there, niggas hitting you up. Hey, where you from, cuz? I'm like, oh, I don't bang. Okay, cuz, you know, like just going all the way, like make it a real thing. People want that.
Nigga, like medieval times. Nigga, like goddamn, you know, this was just some gangster shit though. Niggas be there like really pressing your line. You know what I'm saying?
So what y'all? Y'all from Chicago, cuz? What y'all? You know, y'all from Chicago, cuz? Y'all like a BD or GD, cuz? What's happening? Like, feel me? Like, go all the way, cuz, but just don't hurt these people. Hey, watch boy, don't hurt them.
Waiver.
Yeah, don't hurt. I don't care what they say, cuz, don't hurt them.
Niggas gotta sign waivers. Niggas gotta sign waivers for that one.
Yeah, don't hurt them, cuz. And to me, that's where hip hop needs to go. Hip hop needs to go that far, bro, where people spending their money, it's finna be the crazy time. The country finna go from Walmart to Sam's Club. So people gonna get real careful with how they spending their money because of the government. So when people spend their money, man, they really want value. Because they know they're gonna need every dollar. So I feel like it's time to put it at that place.
Well, after that experience, they're gonna learn to value their life for sure. So yeah.
I say just give me my executive producer credit. I think that Slink needs to bring his voiceover creativeness and Glasses need to get together, man, and y'all need to do this animated little series. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be. I want to be the nigga that walked through. I want to be the nigga that welcome. Hi, I'm Slink Johnson. Welcome to Glasses Malone's Gangland. You know what I'm saying? And I walk here.
What's funny is me and Slink was supposed to work together, and I didn't have enough heart to go do it. They wrote a part for me in Black Jesus, one of the main cast members, and I was too scared to go do it.
Oh yeah, for Fish.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Nah, y'all gonna hook it up. Y'all because man,
gotta be.
Glasses ain't scared. That's one thing I know. He ain't scared, man. Don't get the gangster confused and twisted with the hustle, because the hustle is immaculate.
Yeah,
literally immaculate.
I just believe in this hip hop shit. I believe in the energy. I believe in the power of it. I mean, it shit saved my life. So I want to give back to it and make sure everybody else get what I got from it.
Right on.
Straight up.
Good. You got anything coming up, Slink?
Oh, I got some shows coming up, man. Hidden History Museum on the 13th.
Oh, fuck with Tariq.
Yeah. I got Mike Drop Comedy in San Diego on the 19th. On the 27th, I'm somewhere else. I'm high right now though. I'm chill mode right now, my nigga.
What brand is that?
This is my boy Face, man. I need all mine. This being
whatever that is, whoever smoke, you need that.
Yeah, because I need all mine, nigga.
My nigga Slink, yeah.
I'm over here looking at recipes and shit, man. Gonna make some shit. I'll be high, homie.
No, man. With all that being said, man, I want to thank you, Glasses, for tapping in. I want to have you come back after you set off what you're about to set off, because it's definitely interesting, man. Yeah. It's definitely.
I'm definitely gonna double back, man, and maybe we do a joint thing with the live stream and your platform. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it special.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So with that being said, this has been another episode of Splendid Radio on Farside TV. Peace.